here with my friend Elizabeth as well.
Hi Elizabeth. Elizabeth is in the background. She could come and sit here, but she decides to sit over there. You know, what can we do? Oh, so tell me about yourself, Evelina. They call you Eve for short, but you don't like that.
No, I don't mind that, actually.
You don't mind it?
Yeah, it just depends who's calling me that name and where I'm at.
So it has to be certain people?
Yeah, so my old-time friends who's known me for donkey years, they know me as Evelina because I grew up with those cohorts.
Yes.
And my associates and my colleagues, they call me Eve.
Yes.
Because it's just easier.
Don't you hate when someone shortens your name? My full name's Jennifer, and I've been shortened down to Jen. You know.
No, I don't mind. You know.
Oh.
No, I don't. I don't really mind. I don't really have a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just easy.
Yeah. Oh dear. So what do you do, Eve? Evelina. Sorry, now you're making me call you Eve. Oh God, forgive me, people. Forgive me. Yeah. What is it you do? Tell us about what you do. Tell the world what you do.
In terms of
everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do
Let's
I start?
start from the beginning.
Okay, well,
we'll work our way up.
Yeah. So I work as a opiate recovery practitioner. Nice. So I work with adults and older young people who have substance misuse, mental health, and so forth. So that's my work.
Yes.
And in terms of outside of work, I sing, I cook. I look after my husband. I look after my granddaughter.
Shout out to the husband.
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Charles Barrett.
Charles Barrett. You have a fine specimen of a wife here. How long have you been married, if you don't mind me asking?
We've been married now for 20 years. 20 years. Yeah, but we've been together for about 30 years.
Wow. So would you suggest marriage for people out there? Because I want to hear.
Yeah, of course.
You would. Yeah. That's good.
Especially if your partner is your bestest friend.
Oh, I met someone not like that. He's been married for 3 years and divorced, and he says the best thing has happened to him. Really? And I asked, would you do it again? He said no.
Yeah, but there must have been. Yeah, but did he know that person before he got married?
He found out things.
Yeah, because I always think it's really important to have a relationship with the person. You know, you get to know the person, because there may be things that you don't like about the person and you think, no, he cannot be my husband. Yeah. Or vice versa. So I always think it's always good to have that relationship as a friend first. Get to know the person. But the good thing is he took on the stepchild. Yeah, but the thing is, right, when you're going into a relationship with someone and the other person has a child, when you leave that relationship, you're actually leaving that child. So all these things, it has to be, you know, you have to think about these things. So maybe they should have stayed together a bit longer. Yeah. But then depending what was going on in the situation. Yeah. But because when I spoke to him, he said he would never do it again. Really? And that was really sad. Wow. You know? Maybe the reason why he say that is because it's how he's feeling at this present moment. But maybe ask him in the next 5 years' time when he's actually met someone. Yeah. It may be different. His answer. Well, you heard it here, people, haven't you? Yes. Right. So tell us about your music journey. When did it start? Oh, well, right. So I started singing. Well, I was singing from a very young age, to be honest with you, but I didn't take it seriously. Okay. When I was at school, they noticed that I actually had a talent for writing. So music? Poems. I used to write poems, and but I didn't think anything of it, because I used to be able to just think of something and just write it, or think of a song and just write it, and not knowing that, you know, this is a talent. But I started really getting into my singing when I was a teenager. This is when I met Elizabeth. Ah! Yeah, so I used to spend a lot of my time in like studios. I used to do a lot back in my youth. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that doing, you know, when you have something that you're passionate about, I think it's important to try and pursue it, because maybe that is the one thing that will save you from getting into trouble or with others. You know, like if someone as a youth growing up and they're into boxing or into some kind of sport, that will kind of channel them focus them, so they won't have time to want to sort of go AWOL.
Yeah, do anything
you know
bad.
what I mean?
Yeah,
You just want to do your passion. So I was
Mm.
just always in and out studio, just doing little back in here, back in there.
Okay.
We met, so I was with Elizabeth and another friend of ours, Sonia. And
So do you sing as well?
yeah,
Oh, you
Elizabeth
sing
sings
as well?
well, yeah.
Why have you kept quiet over there?
We
Oh my gosh.
yeah, come and tell your story.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the story was a bit deep earlier on, but you know, my God, so you sing as well, that's good.
Yeah,
Such a blessing.
But the thing is, right, the songs that we are currently singing,
Yes,
is from someone, Oliver Ricardo Brown. He writes the tunes, the songs,
yes.
and myself, I'd sing "Don't Hold Back Love." But that was, I did that many years ago, right? But I went back into the studio last year,
Yes.
and finished it up. And then Oliver said, you know what, I'm gonna put it out there. So I went, oh, okay, that's
Nice.
fine. But with Elizabeth now, she's going back into the studio in October the 17th to do her one, to, you know, to record hers.
Yes.
And then hopefully,
So
once
will
it's
you be a
recorded-
group or you all solo?
No, she's, my one is solo.
Yes.
Elizabeth one will be solo.
Okay.
But we used to sing as a group.
Oh, you did. What was your
Yeah.
name? Did you have a name?
We didn't.
Sorry.
I think
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We can't hear you there. We need to hear you. We need to hear you.
You
and
might
see you.
remember better than me.
Yeah, but it was spice, sugar,
Oh.
something. Because when you were 14, I was 15, and Sonia was 16.
Yeah.
Oh no, 13, 14, and 15.
Yeah, I was really
Oh,
young.
something like that, yeah.
babies.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah.
So is there certain, do you do like the harmony, you know, like certain ranges? Are you the harmony, are you the whatever?
I'm actually a soprano because I used to,
Oh.
because I used to sing gospel as well.
Very
For about
nice.
5 years for Goldsmith. Don't know if you know about the Goldsmith
Goldsmith.
Choir.
That sounds
the
very-
Goldsmith University.
Yeah, Goldsmith's in Newcastle.
Yeah.
Goldsmith.
Yeah, so I did that for about 5-6 years.
Wow.
And my range was soprano.
Yeah.
But I can do alto. I can do
As well.
anything.
And backing, she's really good
And
at
backing.
Yeah.
Definitely good at backing. No, you're very good at harmonising. This is so good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because I
okay.
love doing harmonising.
Yeah,
That's,
love
I
it,
think
yeah.
that's the reason why.
So have you had a lot of support with your going back to the studio? Have you had support from the family and friends?
Oh
and your
yeah.
hubby?
Yeah.
And everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when is your concert?
Oh, you know what?
Or your
We
gig?
haven't got to that stage yet, you
No?
know, because we've just because I've just released this one.
And where's the CD? I told you I'm old fashioned.
I know.
I did say to
I
you.
wish it was a CD actually.
I don't have to
with
stream it.
Well, what you need to do, you need to go on YouTube.
Okay.
Evelina
Wait a
Williams.
minute. We're going to wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a
Play the
minute.
tune,
Yes. Hold on a minute. Okay.
So just type in "Don't Hold Back Love."
Don't hold back love.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you type in my name,
Don't hold back, love. Don't hold back, love.
And it's Evelina as
Yeah.
an E.
Eveli.
E-V-E, sorry.
Yep.
They
E-
spelled it wrong on there. didn't
Yeah.
E-V-E-L-I.
Yep. N-A.
N-A. That's nice
Yeah.
to spell, isn't it? Evelina Parks?
No.
Parker? No,
Williams.
okay. Williams.
My maiden name.
Okay. All right, people. Anyway, don't hold back. Is it this one?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to have to mute this, people, because YouTube will scratch it off.
Yeah.
Yeah? So I'm going to mute it from the people, but the
interested,
Yes.
type in my name. Don't Hold Back Love, Evelina Williams. You can listen to the song, you can view it, you can leave your, you know, whatever.
Like a review.
Yeah, like a review. And there's this other one called Boom Play.
Okay, not
So
heard of
Oliver
it.
was telling me that my name came up on Boom Play.
Okay, maybe the younger people will know.
Yeah, they
this,
will. They will. Yeah.
trend,
So
yeah.
it is out there. It's even on Amazon as well.
Well done.
I mean, all this is new to me as well. And like yourself, I would have preferred for it to be
Record
playing on
even.
air, records. You know, like back in the days.
Yeah, definitely
You know?
so. Definitely so.
'Cause
Oh,
I don't really know enough about these techno. I mean, when I was literally sending it out on social media, do you know who sent it out for me? Ayana.
did she?
Yeah, I swear.
Oh my word! Yeah, but
Yeah.
she's clever. So you know, she knows. They know that's their thing.
Grandma, I'll do it. Leave it to me.
Oh, bless her.
Boom. She's just sent it out to everybody.
Oh,
I
bless
said,
her,
wow.
sweet baby. Shout out to Ayana. You know, she's ours. I just said that. She's ours. Her mum gave birth to her, but she's now ours. Oh.
The champ.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that's good. So, how
Yeah.
does your music make you feel? What is your message with your music? You know, some people have a message when they singing. What is your message to the world or to people?
Well, I think
you know?
music, for me, is about expressing yourself, isn't it? So it's about expressing yourself, how you feel at the time.
Yes.
It could be you're singing a song to get a specific message out, you know, and a positive message.
Yes.
And sometimes, you know, it just depends what it is you want from that music. But I love music.
Yeah.
I really do, yeah.
That's real good, yeah.
I mean, when I was young, I used to play the piano and I used to play the violin.
Oh.
And it's just such a shame that, you know, I didn't really get that support, like, you know, that kind of that encouragement to play,
to continue to play.
And
But you can still do it. I've got a violin at home.
Say to me,
Yeah,
that's what you have to do.
try. I can't do it, but it looks nice.
Piano nice in the place. That's what you used to say to me, and that kind of did put me off.
But you should still pick it up. Now that you're seeing, you should still pick it up. Nothing. You're never too old or too late to do anything. You know?
It's true. I would love to sort of go back and play the piano. I can read music.
You can read music. So that's another talent.
Because it never leaves you, does it? Really, it's like
So all them
riding a bike.
squiggly signs, you understand
The
that?
treble clef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course I do.
Shout out to the treble clef. Anyway, you can contact us on 07308 895 668. Call, text or WhatsApp. And you can follow us on Love the Beat Radio, on Facebook, Twitter at Love the Beat Radio, and Instagram at Love the Beat Radio. And we have our next guest here as well. Come and join us. There's another chair up here. Oh, there isn't. Yes, the two of you. I'm going to have to push you to the side, darling. You're going to have to go back in your corner. Come in. You want
Morning.
to
No, I'm good. Morning.
Oh, lovely to meet
it.
you. Yes.
TJ, Tracey Jane.
TJ.
This is Tracey Jane.
My
Make sure
name
you're
is,
in.
well, Eve.
Eve.
Evelina.
Evelina. So play your full name now.
Yes, we should have shortened our names, shouldn't
No,
we, really, and
absolutely
everything. Right, squeezings, I need you in
You
here.
can,
Okay.
you can actually come here
Okay,
and
let
I'll
me
come
swap.
there, yeah? Shall we do that?
It's either way, so you know.
Yeah, no, let's
Yeah,
cross
just
up,
squeeze
let's cross
in.
up.
Nope.
That's right.
Have a look. Can we see each other? Can we all see ourselves?
I can see
You
writing.
can see in? Great. We need to get you in. Lovely. Hi to the Instagram people. Okay. Tracy, introduce yourself, please. Who are you and what are you about?
Hello, my
Yes.
name is Tracey Jane Campbell. I am about love, faith, healing, restoration, joy and grace.
Lovely. Lovely. And what does that mean to people that don't know? You know,
That
some people
means
don't know.
no, that means that my life is kind of full of, with music and with everything I do, my purpose, I believe, is to convey love
Yes.
and hope and bring a little joy and happiness
Yeah.
and point people to the fact that life has got more than maybe their current stresses and traumas, and there's ways to get through that. They are loved, and there are communities that
Yes.
love them.
And which
what I
we
mean?
need. We need
That
that.
we need that. We need
yeah.
hope.
We definitely need
So that's
help.
my, in a nutshell, it's a very
Positivity, isn't
Yeah.
it?
absolutely.
So what does your music do to you?
But let me read it.
Oh, now. Okay. Right. We're just going to go for another little break, and then we're going to get back with Tracey. 1 second. While I'm going for a break, I'm going to play another song. I'm going to play Tracey's song, actually. Tracey.
Which one?
Any right one right now.
All right.
Right. What is the song, please?
The song is Restored Reprise. That's my latest single. It's called Restored Reprise.
R-E-S
P.
P
R-E-P.
R-E-R-E-P. Sorry, people, but you know what I'm like. R-E-P
R-R-I-S-E.
I-S-E. Okay, this must be it. Restore Reprise. No?
No, Restored. Put the D.
Oh,
the
restored.
D.
Restored. Sorry,
Yeah.
restored.
You need
I'll
to
explain that before. Yes.
Restored. Reprise. Let's see.
There we are.
There we are. Okay. We're going to play Restored Reprise by Tracey Jane Campbell. I hope you enjoy. And in the meantime, Evelina will be leaving. I want to thank her so much for coming in this morning. And I hope to see her soon again.
You're welcome, and you
Alright?
shall. Thank
Good.
you. Have a good day, everyone. Love you loads. Mwah.
Hey.
Okay. Right, while that's playing.
Yeah. is from my journey of healing, being restored from traumas. And it's, the reason why it's a reprise is because I have a song called Restored that I released previously. And it's more in a classical kind of way. It's the form of that song. And when I did that song, it spoke about my journey of healing. And I wanted to do another vibe on the same song. So I kind of, something came and I thought, I'm going to do like a remix, so to speak, of it. But that song is about journey of healing and finding faith and finding...
Have you found your healing? Have you been healed?
Yeah, I'm restored and being restored. That's what I always say to people. Because it's been a long journey of healing. I am restored, but there's continued restoration. It's not a one... It's not a one lick. You know, if you choose to keep learning and growing, it's not a one lick. Yes. You know, if you decided done learning and done growing, then. But I think that's a real personal choice.
Where did your trauma come from, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, no. I experienced childhood abuse, and I had traumatic relationships. You know, so it was a kind of a knock-on effect of those things through childhood and just life. And then I was in a relationship that was abusive, and you take on things that you don't realise, and it impacts everything. It colours
why do you think we continuously keep accepting it in a way? What is it?
Well, when you're a child, it's not about acceptance. You're a child. So that's not something you've accepted. It's something that's been done to you as a child. You expect the adults in your life to be caring, or to be, you know, not to harm you. That's the expectation. And to be honest, a lot of the adults that abuse children, they're quite deviant and
very cunning.
And so as a child, you don't necessarily at the time know you're being harmed. You know what I mean? You
know, there's a way they do
unless it's like violence, and something that hurts you physically, you know, obvious.
But mentally, you just don't.
So there's lots of things. So you don't know, you accept it, and you accept lies about yourself because of it. So
gosh, you're really talking the thing, and that's important because again, in our community, we don't talk about it, and we need to talk about it.
You know, it's everywhere, and technically, there's lots of information out there, and all the rest of it. But it seems like the more information there is out there, the more it's out there, is the more you realise how much people still don't speak about it, because there's shame involved.
And there shouldn't be any shame, really.
No, but you
know?
don't know. You think you're alone, and then when you actually, as a child, realise actually something right here. You know, you can't know, but you know, you don't. Well, for me, you don't know how to articulate that necessarily, and I'm still
to be believed as well.
And I didn't know how to bring that to my mum at the time, because you know, we're just kind of getting on with life. What do you talk about? I don't know. They didn't really. I'm 50 now.
I'm
really grateful.
I'm a bit older than you. One more.
50 is fabulous.
Isn't it?
But I didn't have. My mum was very caring. She took care of us well. She was diligent, worked hard, like many parents, just working and stuff. And it was just something you didn't bring up. It was something, you know, you were told, you know, it's a secret anyway.
And you leave it
and
there.
So you just kind of, that secret thing starts to build shame. And then that brokenness and vulnerability, if people are predators out there, they hone in on that. You know what I mean? So you're kind of... you're kind of vulnerable to people that seek to manipulate
you, hurt you. And it's the people that you don't think would do it. You know, it's the people. Right now, I'm not going to say in my situation now, but it's the person that you'd never think would do it.
On the surface,
up to the highest.
On the surface, they're often quite respectable and you know whatnot.
And everybody will look at that person and think, oh, she could never do that, but she did. You know, she did.
This is.
And I want that platform to be able to speak about it without no judgment, and know that it does happen. And why is it that always the child has to take the blame? Why can't the adult take the blame? Well, I always say, why isn't it?
And it's not the blame, so to speak, but the weight of it
heavy.
Is the child takes.
And
unless when it's kind of exposed in a community, you'll find people they want to kind of just hurry it up.
Yeah.
Hurry up and not talk about it. And the people that are trying to bring it to the fore in different communities, you see cases happening. And it's amazing how much people want to swiftly run to forgive, right? Yeah. I believe in forgiveness. But people want to run to that.
But how do you forgive when something is so painful that's been done to you?
Yeah, you have
mentally.
You have to go through a process. First, you really have to decide and know what you're doing and what forgiveness does for you.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you just carry that in
that's
a way
what they
you shouldn't
say,
carry,
but I can't see a way forward.
People think forgiving is letting off. That's not forgiving. That's not the only you know, you can forgive a debt, you don't pay it, but forgiveness in that sense is not letting off, as in you don't suffer the consequences for your actions, or it was okay what you did. It's not that. It's I'm gonna release you from my life, from my brain, from my existence, and you're gonna have to take the consequences of what you do out there. That's to do with me, but I'm not carrying that anymore.
Okay.
But that's all good, and I believe in that. However, people need to give people time to process, and in some communities they just want to rush to just forgive. No. And your forgiveness can often mean that person is up in your face. They're just brought back in, and a lot of situations it causes victims of whatever kind of abuse it is to be kind of ostracized and not listened to and hushed up because people don't want to deal with the shame. Still to this day. They don't want to deal with the shame.
And accountability.
We've got to have
the
picture that everything is okay. And that's nonsense.
It is.
It's absolute nonsense. But still today, you'd think it would change, but it isn't.
And how do we break it then? How do we get forward with it breaking? Because I don't know what other avenues to try. I just don't know.
I really do think, and this is something I have children and grandchildren now. And
likewise.
It's acknowledging. It starts with the individual, and I think you can't do something en masse. You'd like to, but it starts with individuals. And my thing is recognizing my choices that I made in my parenting and everything, and addressing them, apologizing for them, explaining why that might have come about, and addressing, learning how to communicate in a more effective way with my children and grandchildren, and reminding myself of teaching our children boundaries, teaching them how to. It's not every adult. Just because they're an adult, it doesn't matter. I don't care if they're your teacher. I don't care who they are. Right?
Absolutely.
You are allowed to have boundaries. You're allowed to be safe in your body, and speaking to them about their body. They're speaking up for themselves, because you can do those things without being rude, without being disrespectful. You can do that. But it takes learning. We have to learn. We have to heal. There's so many traumatized people in their 50s, 60s.
Definitely.
That just refuse, or they do the blanket thing of I forgive and I've let it go. I just no you ain't. What you have done is you've just refused to address it, and you just have left it, and now you've got these walls and stuff. So I think learning, being quite vulnerable, being vulnerable and being honest, but seeking help to be healed, to get healing. Read, but if you don't want to talk, there's so many avenues. There are there is counsellors. You know, if you're in a faith community, sometimes they have, you know, you have counsellors, pastors, you have groups, you have books, you have the internet, there are avenues for you to teach yourself. You know, I'm a person of faith, so a big part of my healing journey was my belief in God, and that opened up, and knowing, getting that I don't know, self-worth and value and love, and learning that
it was a stage when you felt self-worthless? Is that
oh gosh,
like worthless?
Absolutely.
Did you?
Nobody would have known. Somebody with eyes would know.
But on the outside you would
because you do the whole
I'm alright, the
bravado things. Rolling, you know, but you have to. It will always come back and bite you in the butt. It will always come up. It might come up in your children, because they will trigger you. You know, and you won't necessarily know how to communicate some stuff. It will come up in avoidance. you find it difficult to speak about feelings, and just in so many ways. And at some point, the only way to deal with this in individual units is to say, I've got to address my things. I have to address my things. I have to take the time. I can't cover it over with a nice saying or a scripture or some kind of nonsense. You can't do that. You have to actually lay it bare. And I walked through that journey with, I had good friends. I spent a lot of, I'm an avid reader, so I read everything.
Shout out to Irene.
Hey! I read that everything. I studied, I went and studied, and you kind of started to let myself unravel. Okay. And you have to do that, and you have to say, okay, I see.
So you found that journey yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to, and different people were party to that journey along the way, but there were very few safe people. So often people can't find safe people, because some people you talk back to the next minute, they're just chatting down the whole world, you know. Yes.
Oh my God, this is deep. Very true.
But once you get to, that's why I say I'm restored and being restored. Adult business. I don't have, because there's nothing for me to feel shame about. Absolutely not.
No, that's right.
There's no shame to be had, but that thing, shame, it is so insidious. Very. There's a lot of people kind of shame, and they're just angry all the time. They're violent. They're angry. They're shame. They're full of shame.
Full of the shame.
You know. So yeah, it's an ongoing journey. It's not one size fits all. It's.
And I think that's a good thing of having children or a child. If you've got, I've only got a child, but the good thing about it is every other day I tell him, thank you for choosing me. I always tell him, I said, Misha, thank you for choosing me as your mum, because you didn't have to. All the trouble I've gone through, you still chose me and you came through, you know. So I always say thank you. I always say thank you to our kids, right?
And we learn,
isn't it? We learn it.
I've made tons of mistakes in my parenting.
And me. Even I said sorry for the beats I gave you, but you know, I didn't know.
And I had to say sorry. And when you can, you know what, I'm really sorry for that. And it gets easier to acknowledge. And when you've got the mirror of grandchildren,
as well.
Because my daughter looks at me sometimes and thinks, who are you now then? So because you know,
we're like this when I was young.
And you try, and you try, you fail. You know, but the thing is not in the failing. The thing is in the continual learning and being humble enough to want to learn and say, you know what, I ain't got all the answers, but I'm learning, I'm growing. I have learned, I have wisdom in certain areas. I will unlearn and relearn as much as I have to. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm really grateful. We're still here.
We're still here. That's good. That has helped. What you've just said, what we've just spoken about, has helped somebody out there, you know.
That is my desire.
A lot of people are going through a lot of everything and they're not speaking. And I want you to be able to speak something, you know. There's no judgment. Just speak it and get that load off.
It's it's feeling safe. It is really important. Feeling safe, man. Having people that you can confide in. And I'm a real believer in therapy, counselling, but again, you have to find a counsellor that works with you, that you feel safe with, and that you can trust and go the journey. A lot of people, sometimes it's a financial thing why they don't go access counselling services, which is an absolute disgrace. It is. You know, that we are in that situation that people can't, unless they're at death's door, or you know, God forbid. Then that's when someone will see you for free. When you've gone to the extreme rate. But there's a lot of ongoing damage because it's perpetuated and perpetuated. So, but there are resources out there. There are amazing books. And if you don't like reading physical books, there are audio books. So you can listen to. You can listen and stop and think and reflect. But sometimes you need. I did a lot of that walk. I won't say on my own, because I believe I did it with God. So I wasn't alone, but there were sections without people, where it's just me and my unraveling and my journaling and studying and looking at different examples and recognising traits.
Yeah.
You know, the whole, it was a thing.
Do you think the trauma we've gone through has moulded the relationships that you've gone into?
No, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. There is no doubt about it. If I had not been carrying trauma wounds and really bad insecurities and damaged self-worth, you're joking. Some of the things, you know, when you think you go into something and you know there's a little,
you see
there's
it,
a little but
we still say,
but you go through because you go past it and you think it's going to be fine. And deep inside you think that's as much as you're worth. And so you kind of, when you understand, now guess what? You're lucky.
Yeah, extremely.
And not in a haughty way, but
but in the way it's
to share space with me and me to share space with you. We should value and honour each other and see each other's value. If you don't, I can't do that. I can't do that with you. Not at the detriment to myself.
Yeah. And not at my age.
Not
this age, no. Sorry.
I can't. It's all right. I'm all right.
But it's a shame though, because the faith I had growing up, especially with your family and your parents or your parent, I thought it would be, my mum made it be like, don't worry, you get a good job, you get married, you do this and that and everything. And at the end of the day, you're the one that hurt me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You're the one that hurt me. Yeah. Can you imagine? Then what do you do after that? Because that's your queen, you're this, you're that. And you aspire to be, you know, more than them or what have you. But you're the one that hurt.
You know,
all that.
I went through a very long, it's a long process, but I'm still young, so.
Of course.
Thanks. But what I realised, as I grew up and I learned of my family and I learned of
what they went through,
my parents' experiences.
So we have to forgive that.
I got this thing of, I remember one day I was in my house and I got this thought. I was thinking about my grandma.
Okay.
When she passed when I think I was 18.
Oh.
And my
were you
mum
close with your grandma?
Yeah.
Same as me. Same as me. If I could have her here today, that would be her.
Yeah, we were at that age. We were kind of, you know.
Yeah.
But she impacted the whole family. But I thought some things come out about her journey.
Okay.
And I just thought, guess what? You know what? Remember, your mum is just a woman like you. She's your mum, but she's just a woman like you.
Yeah. But certain things mums don't do.
No, but listen.
You know?
And this is not just excusing anything. But when I thought, think about your mum as just a woman like you.
Okay.
So think about your mum as a child who's gone through trauma. And think about all the impacts. Think about how you've behaved because of the things that's impacted you.
Yeah.
And it's not an excuse, but it's a reality. It's a reality that there's certain damage. And then people in their late 60s, 70s, worse, they weren't talking about things. You know, and going through therapy, counselling, that
but when you know you've done wrong, you know you've done wrong. You're not stupid. When you're 70 odd now, you know you've done wrong.
What? You can know, but if you have not sought to be free and sought healing and sought things, you are not you don't have the capacity.
But you've been rebaptized, so you still have a secret.
That not say nothing.
Oh.
What that say? Oh. Listen, it should.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. Yes, absolutely. They had faith. Yeah. They are loved. Absolutely. But outside of that, you still have to deal with your humanity.
Yeah.
So your humanity, they'd like to do that thing. No, it's all gone away.
Yeah.
No, it's not. The impact in your physicality, in your mentality, everything.
Yeah, everything.
For me, part of restoration is restitution. Right, and not, you can't always do it. You can't always go and make amends with people. You don't want to sometimes. Yeah, it's not a thing.
Or they don't.
Or they don't want to.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just. But you do have to address certain things in your mind. Go over it and make peace with it. If you can apologize, do apologize. Or if you can, but if it's something that's actually dangerous for you to do, then don't. But you have to take individual things, and just because somebody has gone back into faith yeah, they have their faith walk, but what faith is supposed to do, it's a journey.
Yeah.
So that unraveling, this, if it weren't for the Spirit, my journey would have been very different. I rested and relied on that, and because my thought is, if I'm going to be transformed, if I'm being transformed, right, and I take it as I've stepped into a new way of life, I am transformed.
Yes.
Now that is done, but I have to walk out that transformation, and that means I have to get broken open. And a lot of I'm not going to just say our elders, just people in general.
Yeah, people in general, yeah.
You know, different generations, we have different things and whatever. We don't want to address the things, so we just get stiff.
Yeah.
We're just going like, no, we just gloss over it and just
and again,
say...
we're taking that burden again.
Yeah,
we
carry it.
We just keep on carrying it. And it's though they're getting away with it. They're just living...
Listen, some people don't even have a very short memory. Or they think the things that they... You know, when you do something and actually you feel quite a lot of shame, and that's another thing.
But then you keep on
shame,
doing the same thing.
Yeah, because you're in a pattern. You've got a perpetuating pattern because you will not address your issues. So you keep doing the same thing. It's habitual. I think a lot of the stuff is just in the subconscious. It's not even at the forefront. That's just a pattern now. My brain just works that way. That's how my character is formed.
Yeah.
And that's how I operate. And some people are absolutely dangerous in that way. It might be dangerous for you.
Yeah. Mentally,
they're not. Yeah, they're not safe. Yeah. They're not safe for you to engage with in a deep way because you always come off wounded.
Yeah.
And so, the only way for you, we can't have any control over what people do.
Yeah. We
just have to navigate how we now choose to operate with those people.
Yeah.
For our own safety. We'd love it to be different, but it just ain't sometimes.
And it's funny because I find when I meet different people, that's where I find when someone listens or what have you, I find that joy as opposed to my immediate people, because they're all hankering on to what the person has done, what the perpetuator has done. Yeah. It's as though it's nothing, and it is something. It's massive. Yeah, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't have been. You know?
But again, I don't know. Humans are so we are complex creatures. We really are. We really are. We want so much to have peace and harmony. We want so much to have the facade of everything's all right. It's all good. Every family has got its things. Yeah. Every family. And I know I hold my hand up. I've because of my career, because of work, because of my journey, all of that, I've missed stuff. I've missed family stuff. I've missed out on things, and I've had to kind of make different efforts. And sometimes I didn't make enough effort. And you know what I mean? You make mistakes and you try to rectify stuff. But I don't beat myself up. I just say it's just part of the journey. Okay, yeah. You know, and if I've unwittingly hurt someone, or I would hope that someone would that we could talk about, or someone would say, and it might be pinchy. I don't know, but you know, you just have to just say, you know what, I have to do life as it is and try and see life as it is. Yeah, and not gloss over things. There's mess in every family. My family's messy. I love them to bits, but they're messy. You know.
I just wish they'd take accountability for
more accountability. That's a big deal, isn't it?
For what you've done. Yeah. I mean, we're still children in the adult, our elders, if you see what I mean. We should have to carry it and tell you why you're taking accountability. You should already know. You should already know.
You should.
But you don't. You do, but you don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone around you will just, like it's nothing.
They'll just carry on like it's normal. It's the elephant in the room.
You know, it's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah. That means I feel as though for half of my life I've been lied to. Yes. You know, I feel like that because not one of them have said to their elder sister, this is wrong. They just take it as nothing.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know what, being the person, sometimes people just move away. Okay, guess what, I'm just going to just separate myself and do what I'm doing. Addressing certain things it's a big task, and you have to be prepared that if you do poke,
which I have,
the bird's the bee's nest, it might not come out as you want.
And it hasn't.
And that's it. If you
Yeah.
do that, and if you speak and it doesn't want to be addressed, you actually can't have any control over those choices, and you have to free yourself.
Yes, which I have.
From looking at why don't they do this? They haven't.
They haven't.
They've
And they
chosen
won't.
not to.
Yeah.
They're going to have to deal with themselves. At some point, they're going to have to face themselves. It's going to
Yeah,
happen.
when?
You might not see it, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
Sometimes we always want to see.
I want to see it.
We want to see the comeuppance, or
Yeah,
we want to see.
I want to see your karma.
You know what?
You know?
Sometimes we're not to see it, because I'm going to say something as well.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is, there's some things over my journey that I've received so much grace for.
Okay, yeah.
So much grace
Yeah.
for. And I have to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
I have to pay
Yeah.
attention. So
I know exactly
I don't
what you mean.
necessarily ready up myself to see someone get their just desserts, or
Yes.
see, even though part of us wants that, you know, there's that thing for
Yeah,
justice.
just want that justice, you know?
But we just have to leave the justice to God sometimes. If we can't address it, if it's not, you know.
Yeah.
But I have to reflect and say the amount of
That's
thinking
happened.
What?
In a good way.
I
Isn't
have
it?
got through, got over,
Yeah.
been blocked, been protected from, you know.
Yeah.
And so I have to kind of say, you know what? I've received a lot of grace.
Yes.
And so I'm giving grace, not to say what happened was okay, not to say that they're excused, but to say you have to deal with your journey. I'm going to deal with me.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm going to be free, and I'm going to be happy in spite
of
this.
all of that, yeah.
And you want to get on with it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to do that.
You
Otherwise,
have
what
to.
are you going to do?
Yeah, nothing, because nothing will be
You
done.
can't force
you know?
anybody to do
No.
anything. And if people don't want to learn, this is one
But
of
I just
my...
don't want to be called up when the ending comes to be saying, "Oh, did you?" I don't want to know. You know what I mean?
Don't tell me
want
anything.
to, don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me.
tell
I
me
don't
nothing
care
about
you are,
the
don't
word.
tell me nothing. I don't want to know. You know.
Yeah.
And I know that's what's going to happen because you're the eldest. No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. You made the wrong mistake and you've not taken accountability for it. You haven't said sorry. You haven't done nothing.
Have you written a letter before? Have you written letters?
Those letters would be burnt. That's how.
When you write it down and post
Oh, I
it,
see.
you write a letter. When
Oh.
you write everything you
Okay.
possibly could want to say,
Yeah.
send the letter.
Yeah, do not
And
contact me. I don't want to know.
Send the letter.
Yeah.
And then you've said, because if you can't have the conversation, send the letter. It's been said, and then just see how it is,
I know
because
exactly
life is
how
very
it will
funny,
be.
you know.
I know exactly how it would be because there's a lot of jealousy, which I always believe a parent should be jealous of a child.
No, yeah.
It should never.
That's from trauma.
That's something that's just not right. You know, I just never understood. It's funny. My son asked me, "Mum, is that normal?" I said, "It can't be. The moment you do something, I'm the biggest cheerleader." But certain families or certain family members
Just
are
remember, just because you're born of the same
tell me it, please, so I can
seed.
see.
We
something.
have this family. That word family, it would be amazing if all our blood relatives were family.
Yeah.
What happened? I was just about to say.
No, that's
When's the
advert.
advert
for it. Cool.
That sounds like my friend Clive. DJ Cookie, that sounded like.
Okay, welcome back to the Goddess Jazzy show. That was a little break while me and Tracey were just getting into some deep conversation. Oh my God, I had to hold back tears because, you know, but I'm thankful. Thank you for even sharing and opening up that part of,
oh man, you're welcome. This
what
is
it's about, you know, because
it's really important.
It's needed.
The most important thing in life is how we relate.
Yeah.
And I'm continuing to learn and grow in that area, and I think we have to continue to want to learn and want to unlearn some, you know, bad habits, bad, you know, things we.
She just told me off for the way I eat and drink.
That wasn't entirely true, but yeah, are relating bad habits.
Yeah,
and it's really hard. It's challenging.
Very challenging.
Because we have to look in the mirror.
Yeah.
And say, okay.
Yeah.
I have to unlearn that. I have to do that better.
Now, how do we start? I try to do the exercise, the food. I like food. I love food.
Oh, yeah, me too. You're not talking to. Hello. But it's not about not eating food.
Yeah.
I think that process starts with I'm valuable and I'm worthy of health.
Yeah.
And so it's not to say deprive yourself of everything, but it's to actually take a real look at what exactly am I consuming, whether that be with food or anything.
Yeah.
And what impact does that have on me? And it might not be immediate, but if I'm consuming pies and like a lot of the food is some only sitting in there, and processed stuff, how do I have more of the good stuff, and lessen the other stuff that's nice to my tongue but detrimental to my body and my health and my mind?
I have to write that one down.
Because you know there's a lot of that out there.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of that balance is I feed myself well because I love myself and I'm worth that. And it's kind of
in that way.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's like, well, that biscuit nice, the cake is nice.
It's not just one though, it's a whole packet, love.
And this is it.
And the whole packet of 6 bags of crisp. It's bad.
Yeah. But there's a root in there. That's also been part of my journey. There's a root in there. There's roots in everything.
Okay.
Apart from the fact that lots of the food is highly addictive and your brain is just like, what?
Tracy, I can eat 12 bags of crisp, you believe me?
No, I believe you.
I am like an addict.
I believe you. I used to sit on top of one whole packet of digestive biscuit and a big mug of tea.
Did you?
God.
But what have you tried? What have you done to, what is your thing now?
Oh, my process now. I mean, I went through a real health process. I lost loads of weight and I was really happy. Yeah. And then I had a hysterectomy.
Okay.
Oh gosh. No, it's alright. It's fine. I had fibroids.
Okay,
like,
that's
really
what
massive
I have.
ones.
But I've just decided to keep them. Let them go with me and I'm
I know they were causing me too much distress.
Yeah.
So I've done that, and that thing. Then I had to go into another study because I got a new body. I had to go into another thing of, okay, this is not how my body. I had a routine. I knew what worked. I knew what kept the weight off, and I started to relearn, and I put back on a load of weight because my hormones were all. It was mad, and so I'm still.
And you done that all on your own?
Yeah, reading.
No outside support or
not really. Encouragement from a couple, people in my life, but not. I had to. I'm a person that believes in investigating.
Good.
Go and look back something. What are you trying to do? And in fact, so it could be reading stuff, watching loads of different doctors
or something like that.
Yeah, all kinds of things, and just having a look and then trying stuff to see what worked for me. Because I tried, back in the you try every diet under the sun, and everything. Then it didn't start with what I ate. It started why I ate. Oh. Not what I ate. It started with why
you ate.
And then what I was getting out of it. One time I was...
Right, spill the beans now. Spill the beans. What did you have?
I tell you, the Holy Spirit said to me one time, and I was fighting with this whole biscuit thing because I got a sweet tooth.
Yes, same.
And I got comes clear as day in my mind, Tracy. There's something you're getting out of that biscuit. You have to work out what it is, but there's something that biscuit is giving you that is more valuable to you at this point than your health and your fitness and your, you know,
your well-being. Yeah.
It's more valuable to you right now. You might not think so on the face of it, but that the whole packet of chocolate digestive and the cup of tea, or whether your thing is savoury. Listen, you're just dipping yam.
See, that's move after 8. Whole box. I know. It's really bad. It's a real bad thing.
That thing was real to me. You're getting something from this.
Okay.
It's filling some kind of gap. Somewhere something's happening. And so there was that whole psychological thing, the physiological thing of addiction, and how the way how the brain reacts to sugar and stuff is no joke.
I tell you.
And a lot of the chemicals. So it was years of breaking stuff down, having a look, then fasting, juice fast. One of the first things I did was a juice fast.
Did you find that hard?
No, I loved it because I love it. There isn't a vegetable I don't like.
Okay, and you do it for a week or nothing?
So I did 7 days. I went and got the book first because I'm like that.
Yeah.
It was, you know, juicing was a thing, and I got the book and I read the juice fast thing and I studied it, and I was like, okay, let's do a week. Let's, you know, the book's got the whole plan in it, and I went and bought all the vegetables, the whole thing was madness, and I'd done a week. And the first couple of days was, you know, hard because you're swapping sugars, but it's better sugars, and mostly veggies. And after a while, I'm kind of, I'm an extreme person.
Oh, are you?
So if I'm doing something,
you do it.
I don't do anything half.
Oh, okay.
So once I got into the swing of it, I was like, what? I was in.
Yeah.
This is working, mate. You know, my taste buds.
Yeah,
so I did that for a week. It was amazing. And I felt really good. And then, you know, it's quite expensive at the time for me, at the time. And that whole, again, it's why I buy organic meat. So I eat far less meat because I only buy organic meat. There's too much poison in food, man.
I know.
You know what I mean? So if I go out to eat, okay. Apart from if I go somewhere, I've got no control of that. But for myself, and it's a case of what is important for me. What do I value?
Yeah.
And I am valuable. So I'm worth
more than that packet of biscuits. Really.
And you know, I had to go through a whole journey with that. But that thought is what kind of
did you cut it down though?
Started the journey. I can't cut down. That's not a thing for me. That really is a thing for me. I'm a cut out. I can't cut down.
So you can't cut down. You have to.
No, it's very rare. It's very rare. So I can say, all right, I'm doing this process of how I do things, and if I've got an event or something.
Yes.
That's what I used to do most of it. I've got an event, okay, I'm going to go out and have a drink, or I'll have it's a birthday, whatever the case may be. But I have to work hard to know it's just that day.
Oh.
And then I'm back to what I'm doing. It's not strict, but just back to what feels good. I feel better, and
you don't miss
on
it
so many ways. Listen, I can miss something. It's psychological most of the time. Once I get the sugar out of my system, it's mostly psychological. A lot of our stuff stems in our thought processes, in our subconscious. What does it mean? What was the eating? While I was a lot of my eating, the way I ate stemmed from the fact that while I was being abused, he would give me food, right? To distract me.
To distract you, yeah.
You know, and I had to work back. Once upon a time, I couldn't talk about that. I'd be crying if I talked about that. But now I'm like, yeah, it's sad, but it was what it was. You know, that's what happened. And I had to work through, where does this come from? There's a seed of this somewhere. You know, and yeah, it's a whole, and everybody's different. Everybody's thing is different. Some people they've just got addicted to sugar, and then you'll get addicted to things. The more you eat it, the more foul you feel, the more shame you feel, the more awful. So you kind of eat that down. And there's all different. There's not one reason for anything, but a lot of people carry the same stuff. And working through it's hard. If you try it and you fail, you feel like a failure, so you give up and you go through it round and round about again.
That's right. Yeah, it's like doing the bad habits again.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot we need.
We do.
We're listen, and I know people are going to cuss me off because it's not like I'm svelte at the moment, but we're going down.
It's nice and tight though, if you feel it.
Very muscular.
Tell you.
But we don't like to, we still won't address this thing. And not in a way to shame people, because there's some fitness and health people, black women, that kind of, they address it in a, well I've got this and I did it. Not like that. Your head side, good for you, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Not like that, but in a way that actually this is about our value and worth, and not to say everyone's got to be skinny, everyone is
No.
different shapes, but honestly, let us be honest. Please let us stop lying to ourselves. Let's be honest. You cannot be walking around a certain way and it's not going to impact you in later life.
Absolutely.
This is not that you shouldn't feel shame, not that you don't look beautiful, but we have to take better care of our health.
We must.
Our rates of diabetes, our rates of heart, our rates of it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's real bad. Really,
We
really
have
bad.
to take care of ourselves. This is not to say, because I think, well, I know black women are beautiful in all their shapes and wonders, but we have to take care of our health and stop lying to ourselves. Stop eating the plantation food. You understand? Come on, and come on, and come on, and come on.
It's very true.
You understand?
Very true.
You know, we gone. Sorry, I can.
No,
I
but it's good.
I love to talk about life
because we
need
need it, because a lot of people, like I said, are not talking about it at all.
Why have we got constantly our blood pressure? What's going on? That's my grandmother. Add a starch.
But the thing is, even though I eat, I will get full quick. I have to doggy bag it up. I have to, you know. But I've got a sweet tooth and a savoury tooth.
Me too, bad. I had to. The only way I could deal with that, and again, it's not
so
one
what do you
size
have
fits
instead
all.
then? What is?
Well, first of all, fasting is a massive thing for me.
Okay.
Because fasting is very powerful.
So do you do the intermittent fasting? Or?
In between times, but I'm talking about having fasting, water fasting, because the reason why the first time I ever done, you know, I'd always in the process for prayer and stuff. I'd fast, you know, 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, but I was doing that for spiritual reasons, kind of calm down my body so I could hear, I could kind of tune in. But when I started to really look at actually, there's a reason why fasting throughout the ages and how many civilizations is a thing. It's because it has our bodies up. Listen,
you research. I can feel it. You research.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. And the things that happen to our body and our brain during it's phenomenal. We are wonderfully created. Absolutely phenomenal. And that was the only thing that could deal with my taste buds and deal with my
thought process as well.
The psychological. Most of eating is psychological.
When you cut out all that, the way you can be more clearer.
It's dread. Most of the eating is psychological because there's a point where you're not actually hungry. You don't feel hungry. You're drinking herbal teas and water. You're not hungry, but your brain
is saying like
the food is sailing by, the tears are forward, everything. And it's psychological, and that is where the battle is.
Okay. Oh God, I need to do
it. Psychological warfare going on. You know, but you have to take time with yourself also and go through everybody's got their own their journey of how they got to where they are. But there are lots of similar things I find as well. Just in my talking to women across the years, and, there are similar things that bring you to that point. But we do have to address it because you know what, it's
no one coming to do it for us.
Nobody are coming to do it for you. You have to. You can get communities of help, and that's what I aim to do.
Where are they then, please?
They are there. Well,
where are they, please, and thank you. Where are they?
That's what I was
where are they?
Well, I started a group called the Outlet House, which
and
is
where
a
do you
safe
advertise
space.
this?
I don't advertise it because I started it in my home.
Okay.
So it was a weekly safe space. Right?
Of course.
I started it in my home, and it's word of mouth. So women, if you know anyone, you don't have to know them well, but enough to know that they could benefit, or they might want to take part, or they could just come and get a space. So because I started doing it in my home, it weren't something like advertising thing. And I've done a couple of retreats. And
outside of London?
Yeah, we did them in Norway. I did one in London, one in Norway. But we aim to do one. I'm planning one for next year. But again, it's still. I'll let you know.
You best do.
It's still connecting. I find. I know we have the internet and all this stuff, and you can. But
I think people
the whole point is
and being able to.
We do Zoom stuff.
Oh, you do Zoom.
Yeah, we do Zoom stuff. But when it comes to the safe space, I prefer. This is how I got it, and so I'm not going to change it. Is that I make connection with people, other women in the group make connections with other women, and it's done in that way,
like that,
because that's the only way for me, the best way we can it's a safe space. We have we have a contractual agreement,
Yes.
so to speak. We all sign the thing that
And it's all there.
it's here.
Yeah.
And there's vulnerability and just support, just a listening ear and support for things, so that you can have feedback. Now, sometimes people have got good friends. Sometimes people had good friends.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And life is like that. There's a journey of that, and you can have feedback, and you can have... I've been really blessed, honestly, to have people in my life throughout, different people, you know, a little handful of people that have, you know, been there to hear and listen and give me positive or negative feedback, but in a constructive way.
Yeah. Something that's not there to harm you, basically.
No,
yeah,
they'll cuss me off, but they're lovely, you know. So that space is important. It's important to be able to break down, to have an ear to listen to what you need, and it takes time. And my thing is journeying with people, and that is not, we like microwave. It's not a microwave process. You know, it is walking with people. It is walking 3 steps forward, 2 steps back sometimes. But I believe that's how we're created to be. We're created to function in community. That don't necessarily mean a community of your family.
Hi, thank you for joining us. Lovely Tracey here. We're just getting into that deep level of everything.
Hello,
you know?
people.
Yeah, this
it's nice
to
have a converse.
Honestly, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant, because a lot of people need this. You know, definitely. So.
We need each other.
Yeah.
We need safe people.
Yeah.
And
and we need to love each other.
We need to love. But I had to be taught. We have to be taught how to love.
Yeah.
It's not.
It doesn't come.
Can't come by osmosis.
No.
You have to learn how to love people.
Yeah, you have to learn. Definitely.
Absolutely do.
Yeah.
And I think definitely for me, my faith journey, the beginning of that was learning that I was loved. That's the first thing, and accepting that I was loved.
Okay.
And
you found that all in Christ.
I found that all in Christ.
Yeah,
I really did. Not always in looking at people that were supposed to represent him to me. That's the thing. Some people struggle with that. And I'm like, I have.
You're right. You know, with that bit,
a connection to the Spirit of God. I have that intimacy, and so that I can't deny that. Now, everybody that is in that community doesn't necessarily convey that to me. No. And I am sure there have been times where I have not conveyed that to people, because they felt like, you know, in my growing, in my mistakes, in my looking at people like, you know, I chat to you.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm feisty.
Yeah. What star sign are you? Leo.
No.
Virgo.
I was born the 2nd of December.
Oh, you're Sagittarius. That means you're generous. Got a kind heart, happy grandson. You sound like a Leo, didn't you? I was about to kick you out, not really.
No, man. Oh, I'm sure.
Generous. You've got a kind heart. Sagittarius are very kind.
Listen,
very kind.
I love people. I can't stand them, but I love them. You know. Very crazy. This is the complexity of human beings, you know. And so, finding that connection with God, I could not deny it. It didn't matter
what. And
what
you've done this again all on your own.
Well, I don't think I'm a product of my grandma's prayers.
Oh,
I will say that.
Yeah.
I'm a product of my grandma's prayers, and along the way, you know, people come. Along the way, it might be. They might not be even all good. Their intent might not have even been good, but what I've received from them was beneficial to me.
Oh, right. So you took something from that.
I take something from everything.
Yeah?
Sometimes I don't realise until a little way down, and it comes back.
Okay.
But I take something from everything. So I could never say I did the journey all alone. That would not be true. I did massive bits of it.
Yeah.
Me and God.
Yeah.
Massive bits. Me and God and books.
Good for you.
There's so many things in books. You sometimes, you know, because if we just listen to a lot of humans, they just want to be told, do ABC, and that is all good. We all need teachers. They come in many forms.
Yeah.
Really. But we also have to. We're not taught in school. unfortunately, how to think critically. We're not taught in church how to think critically.
No.
We're taught to listen to what you're told and just take it.
Just take it, and that's it. Don't question it either.
Don't
just,
question nothing.
you know.
And that is unhealthy.
And you're
it is
right, because I
ridiculous.
questioned the vicar one time. I
Question
asked
everything.
him something in the Bible and he couldn't have an answer.
And that's
that,
okay.
And that stopped me from going to church. You
You
believe
see?
me?
No, I
stopped-
believe you.
I stopped going to church because he couldn't answer.
No, but that's the thing. We don't have all the answers.
And I think I put him up on a high pedestal as well.
No, but because the way the framework is, the way the institutions are,
Yeah.
it does that.
Yeah.
So you expect it's definitely studied, so he knows far more
Yes,
than you
than
would
me.
about lots of things.
But he didn't
However,
answer.
that doesn't mean we know everything. And a lot of us, instead of, I went to Spurgeon's College, so I did my degree in
I've
theology
heard-
and
I've heard of
pastoral
this place.
studies. So
Yeah.
I went to do my theological degree because I
You were
I
ramping,
needed
were
to.
you?
Not
So you're
ramping.
for the talk, man.
But
Yeah.
one of the biggest things is as much as you might be a minister, that might be your first job, whatever, and you study. When someone comes about life questions, about certain things that are not specifically answered in a straightforward way,
Yes.
just say so. Stop trying to make up things. Good Lord, stop it. Just stop it. Cut it out. It doesn't help
a lot to
anybody.
make up things, you're right.
Stop trying to make it like what it must be.
This or that. I just want a
but
straight
you can clearly
answer.
say, guess what? There isn't you can say there isn't a direct answer that's per se, but
No.
there's these kind
It's
of things
that-
point us
he
to.
didn't say
you know what I
nothing.
mean?
He just
because
didn't
of
have
this,
an
this,
answer.
and this, it could point to this. It could be that. So maybe you could think about it in that way, just to direct people to critically think and say, I don't have. So, a lot of things are not black and white.
Yeah.
I know we like them to be. And I'm so glad I'm 50. I do not care now.
This is a great thing about being
Back in the day, I wouldn't say certain things because, I don't
Yeah.
care. Because I know, I don't care what anybody wants to tell me. I know we don't have all the answers to everything.
No, none at all. None
And
at all.
we have things that, okay, we've got conviction about something that looks like that. And you can say, that's what I believe about that. And I walk in that way.
Yes.
But, it could be, and just be honest. Because
That's
if,
all.
I don't know how big God would be.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Morning.
It's the lovely Tracey again. If you just joined us, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know how big God would be if we could really break him down in
God,
the way
can you
that
imagine?
we go on like we can break him down. Yeah, calm down. Everybody calm down. Just
But
relax.
it's true. Just be honest with answers. If you haven't got the answer, just say
Just be
it.
honest. Or point someone.
Or point
someone
direct
to a direction
direct you this way.
Or there's point them to a book, or point them to I don't know. Do something.
But
Just
don't
be
lie
honest
in
and
my
calm
face.
down.
I can't
Just
take
relax.
it.
The more you find out, the less you know, and that's a fact.
The more you find out, the less you know.
The only thing is that I am known by God. I'm loved by Him. I have that deep conviction, and my relationship is ever growing and changing and unraveling, deepening and broadening.
And it feels good.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But also, it's like I can talk and be honest about my questions, about my the things I doubt, the things I don't understand, or whatever, and it's all good. That's what a relationship's supposed to be.
Yeah, definitely so. We have to give thanks, isn't it?
We give
because at the
thanks,
moment
man.
when you're going through your certain, if you want to call it judgment, or your certain trauma, and then you realise that there is God and that, wow, this has happened. Like you were saying, good things started to happen.
Yeah.
And you just think, how has that happened even through all this
In
midst
the
of
midst of
everything?
it, good things are happening.
And good things are coming this way. You know, it's just like how.
Sometimes we can't see it because of all the madness.
Because all the everything, you know.
But there are good things along the way.
Yeah,
I was
100%.
protected from I suffered. I went through a lot of things, but I was also protected from loads of things, and I know that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so the balance is. It's
So we
a
have to
whole
be
journey,
grateful,
man.
and I am
have
grateful.
to be grateful.
I am grateful. I always say I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Look what you're pretty. I look nice.
I tell you, innit? Got retwisted yesterday. But I'm grateful because when I was diagnosed, they gave me a year.
Really?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
2008. A whole heap of years, isn't it?
Decades more. Decades more.
Yeah. But I remember saying to the consultant, you'll have a year. I was cheek. I said, you'll have a year. I said, I'm not having this pin me down. You must be mad.
No, man.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
so I have
God.
to give thanks.
Yeah.
I give thanks every day. Every little hurdle that I've come across, I'm just like, oh,
Gotta
thank you,
give
Father.
thanks.
Do you
You have
understand?
to.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
We're up
Because
this
there's people
morning.
that are watching us, not wanting me to have got there. They wanted to see me come and visit me in the coffin. You know what I mean?
No.
But
no,
now
no,
you
no,
see
no,
me
no.
rise, it's like it's bothering you, and that's what's upsetting, because I gave so much love and care and attention to people around me, and this is the
You
one.
know, you have to pack up your grip.
Yeah.
You have to pack up your grip from those places and just pack your grip.
Yeah.
And go. But what you can't do is keep opening your grip.
I know, and I keep doing that because I think
not good for you.
and the thing is because I'm a Libra and I'm such a loving source like that, and I open it up and think, give you another chance, give you another chance. And I can't be cruel. I wish I could.
You don't have to be cruel. You don't have to be
Then
cruel.
how do you navigate being?
You don't have to be cruel, but you can say, guess what? I'm going to be over here.
Okay, straight like that.
I'm gonna be over here.
Yeah.
Because you're damaging.
You're damaging, yeah.
You're damaging to me. So not to say, if them fall along a roadside,
Yeah.
you know, you won't give them a glass of water. That's not to say,
Yeah.
you know, there's grace. Always show grace, but you can't be of any benefit to anybody when you're just taking off your bulletproof vest for people to shoot you up every now and then.
Yeah.
And then you walk off and then that's going to mess you up.
Yeah.
And when you heal up, then you go back and shoot you up again.
So right. Oh God, I meant to that. You're so right.
You know,
so,
but
so right.
it's the balance.
Yeah.
It's the balance of how can I walk in love and be gracious, because you walking in love is good for you also.
Yeah.
You want to be free from
all of that
hatred,
and
all of that. You don't have that.
negativity,
You don't have that. That's not good for us. But you know, you also have to walk in wisdom. You know what I mean? We know it's raining. Have an umbrella.
Or plastic bag if you can't afford one.
Or a scandal bag. Do something.
Wrap around
Do
your head, it's
something.
all right. Good morning and thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us, really, to God. If anything out here, what's the word, fits you, please call us in, you know. Call in and talk about it.
Call in.
Yeah.
Good morning, my name's Tracey Jane
That's
Campbell.
Tracey Jane Campbell. She runs a woman's
The outlet house. The
outlet
safe
house,
space.
safe space. And we need more of them. Talk about the next one you're doing then. When is
We are planning to do one next year.
abroad or
Yeah, we're planning to do one next year.
anywhere
Abroad,
nice and hot? No?
it's not going to be nice or not, but
No.
it is beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah,
God,
Norway.
cold.
We're planning
I've
to
been
do
to Norway, yeah.
It is gorgeous.
pretty. Isn't
And
it?
we do try to do it in the
Summer?
milder months.
Oh.
Yeah, we tried. But I will absolutely let
Yes,
you know
please.
what I want.
Yes, please. I'd
that.
love that.
Yeah.
And is it very expensive?
No.
Oh, then
It's
you
not.
better get in contact with me because, you know, that's
It's not.
good.
It depends, again, what you call expensive. What's expensive?
You don't know what you're going to say. What's expensive for your life? Yeah, well.
Yeah. But I know what you mean. I'm not saying what's expensive for your life is 10 grand, but it's for your life. No, no, nothing like that. It's we seek to make it as because we want people to be able to access.
Yeah.
So we seek to make it as reasonable as possible, and we were really blessed. The last time there was this massive retreat. These women had bought it in the 1940s, and all they did on that land was pray. They wanted it for people to be able to, So we had a really cool experience.
That's
so
nice. Yeah.
yeah. So you know, I will definitely.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting.
beneficial.
We need it. We need it.
We do, and there are.
Are we the only
lots of
community
people.
that don't have it?
No, it's
Is it
there.
everywhere?
There are people doing. There are organisations that,
But are they
are
quiet
overwhelmed. No, but they're right in their communities. There are people doing it, but they are overwhelmed. The need is very high.
Okay.
And there are people on the ground doing stuff, but I think we could always doing more.
Yeah.
But
100%.
it's the resource as well. You know, making yourself available to people. It costs, and you have to be able to navigate how you do that, especially if you've got I mean, I was doing that a lot when my family was young. I made mistakes with that.
Okay.
Doing that because I was always there was a lot of good things, but I was far too accessible while I was raising my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, again, I knew what I was called to do, and it was a learning process and all of that. But I learned a lot, and because of that, I'm further on in how I do that now. I'm in a different place, so I can do things a lot differently. And some things just will, I think, take precedent at the different stages of your life. Some things kind of come to the fore, at different, because you can give time to it.
Yeah.
You know, so I can give time to my album is coming out. I can give time to the book. I'm in the middle of writing a book, so I've got a book coming out next year. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, so
that's
I'm really
real
excited.
Good.
And it took me years, a long time. I've been writing my whole life. I've been
Yeah,
writing.
and
But
reading
my
a lot of
own,
times as well. Yeah, for your. So is this going to be your life story?
No, it's not a
Oh, it's
biography. It's a companion to healing and restoration. Right? But it took me a long time to do that because of my own view of myself. Oh yeah, but there's so many books, and I thought, yeah, there's not. There's only one of you.
It's only one of you. Yeah, of course.
And your voice, just like your voice, is unique. When you're on this radio, there's tons of radio stations, but your voice is your voice.
Yeah,
and it's really important.
So, peeps.
Yeah.
So your album's coming out. When's that coming out?
That's coming out on the 6th of October.
That's my birthday month. Oh,
yeah.
And how's it coming out? Is it coming out of vinyl?
It's coming out on CD and vinyl.
Oh my God, is it really? Oh my God, I'm so happy.
6th of October, it will be on every platform where you stream and
Are you having a
download.
launch party thing?
I am having a concert on the 6th of October.
And where's that going to be?
Hey,
Tell
it's
the
going
world,
to be
where's it going to be?
Hoxton Hall.
Okay.
Hoxton
And I'll be all
Road,
invited.
Shoreditch. Right? The tickets are on Eventbrite.
Okay.
You can find me, Tracey Jane Campbell. I'm on Instagram. I'm
Nice.
on Facebook. I'm on TikTok, Twitter, all of them. The link to Eventbrite. Or if you go on Eventbrite, you can just put in Tracey Jane. It should come up. You will see the ad. And it's on the 6th of October at Hoxton Hall. It's a really beautiful Victorian concert hall.
Ooh.
Old time, you know.
This is my birthday next month.
You're coming.
You
Try your best, go online and come on. Stop the
Okay.
foolishness.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming out. So it's going to be
lovely.
on the day. The CDs will be available, and then
Wow.
a little while later, we're
I
going
get
to
a
do
signed
vinyl.
CD?
Absolutely.
I must. I have to drag Ivy to come.
You got to come. She's coming.
Is she coming?
She's got to. I can't. I told her already. I'm not interested.
Oh, she better not. Oh, okay.
So
She
it's
said
full
nothing to
band. I've got a full band. It's a full live gig, and I've got a really amazing guest, Izzo Fitzroy. She does gospel blues, and she's
Oh
brilliant.
my goodness! Well done,
It's
you.
going to be nice. I'm excited.
Yeah, you must
It's been a lot of pulling things together, but
you got there now. That's
guys,
really...
go and get your tickets and come down. You will not be disappointed. It's big vibes.
Live as well. Just
Yeah,
brilliant.
it's really nice. It's
Oh,
been so nice being on here talking to you.
No, it's beautiful.
I've got to do this again.
You must. Especially after your launch thing. I'm going away on the 11th, just to let you know.
Well, what you do, right? So that'll be one of the things before you go away for the rest of your birthday celebrations.
Yes, definitely. Oh, because I'm missing out on nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Are you coming on the 21st to the charity do in Camden? Did you hear about
The
that?
21st of October?
Yeah.
I won't be here then.
Oh, you're going away?
Yeah.
Where are you going? Anywhere nice? I need to know.
I'm going to the States then.
Look at you. Oh, will you be promoting?
No, I might be doing. I'm trying to do a couple of things, but mostly it's going to visit my fiance. To be fair.
Oh, how did you find him?
This is not for the radio. This is not for the radio. This is not for the radio show.
Oh my
This is right. We do this stuff here.
Oh my God! Yeah, we have to. Yeah. I need all the details of that one. That's always been my dream. You believe me? Yeah.
What?
Having them from America. Yeah,
Oh
always.
no, that was never my dream.
Was it not?
Tell you that. No, man.
With your face like this.
That was never my dream.
No.
No.
Is that because of what you went through? Or just
No.
preference?
It just wasn't my.
No.
American has never been my thing.
That has always been.
Never.
I've always said, God, if anything, that's the one.
Really?
Yeah. And this is what
It's
I've
never been.
mistakes,
I give God thanks, but that wasn't the plan. That's how I know. That's how I know it's for me. Because sorry, love, if it was down to me.
Yeah. This is nice. So people, you want me to know about this after?
Yeah,
after
she
the
said
show?
she just
drag it out of her.
drag out my teeth.
I told you.
What's going on? Yeah.
Oh my
but, you know,
God.
yeah.
So is he excited about your musical journey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? Oh, that's
very
good.
supportive, very excited.
See?
Actually, he's going to be playing drums on the night, so.
What?
Yeah.
Man, just saying, cousin, uncle, anything.
Come down.
Yeah, I've got to.
Listen, you lot got to come down.
So is the 6th a Saturday or?
It's a Friday.
Oh, it's a Friday.
The 6th
okay.
is a Friday evening. The doors are at 7.
Okay.
Tickets are on Eventbrite, as I said.
And the show starts at what, 8 o'clock sharp or something like that?
Listen, the doors are at 7. I don't want to talk about the show starts because no.
Right.
7 o'clock the door open.
Okay.
There's a bar there, be nice vibes, to play music until the live show starts.
Wow.
And it's Hoxton, easy to get to.
Yeah, I know.
Hoxton Short, it's right on Hoxton Road.
Okay.
Easy to get to.
Okay.
So,
right.
find me on socials, people. Seriously,
Yeah,
I always neglect when I go on things to say this because I always forget. But find me on the socials.
Yeah.
Add me, say hello. I will say hello back.
Let them know what your Instagram is.
Instagram is Tracey Jane Campbell 1. Facebook Tracey Jane Campbell Music, I think it is, but you'll find me. Twitter Tracey Jane Camp 1, I think. But
you'll find her.
TRACEYJANE Campbell.
Like the soup.
Like the soup.
Oh,
mate.
I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
If you could change anything in this world, one thing, tell me what it is and why.
If I could change anything in this world.
Today now, if you were to change something, you say, Tracey, what is it you want to change? And you just said to me, this. Tell me why. Just
Black
one.
people would be absolutely free from mental slavery.
Tell me why. Tell us why.
Because then they would understand how powerful they are and they would be able to shift a lot of things and change a lot of things for themselves.
Beautiful. My next question is, with all the knowledge you've got now at your lovely 50 years young age, do you want to go back and be a 6-year-old with all your knowledge? Or if I had £1 million, there's $1 million. Which one are you going to do? What are you going to take, the £1 million? Just say that's the most biggest money. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
$1 million? Or be 6 years old with all the knowledge that you got now?
No, I'll take the money and go and do something good with it.
Craven. What would you do with the money?
Take the money and do something so I can change people's lives.
Okay, that's what you do.
Yeah, because me going back to... I mean, I want...
You don't want that? No.
No. Going back to 6-year-old with all my knowledge,
all this
I'd have a different experience. It would be weird. So how are you going to do that? Because then you wouldn't have the growing thing. Okay. I wouldn't be a 6-year-old, would I? I wouldn't be a 6-year-old.
Just maybe
but with what I can do now with money, I can actually impact somebody. That was me.
Okay, that's a beautiful answer. That's just a question I ask every guest to see how craven they are with money.
I just wanted to read to say, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Anyway.
Oh my God, so you're excited about your show coming up?
I am really excited.
Especially live. It's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be.
Have you got an outfit?
So good. Listen here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk
Don't
about
talk
my
about
outfits.
it, but you got one.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. What about your children? Will they come? Will they be there?
My daughter will be there. She's they're trying to get, my son won't be there.
No.
But my daughter will be there, and she might have to, the kids will be there as well.
Yes,
because
good.
They want to both, her and her partner will be there.
Yeah.
Because of babysitting, I believe. So.
Oh, right.
And I'm sure my daughter will be on the CD table.
Okay. So when are you hoping your book to come out? So you're writing it down. Yeah. How long does it take? I don't know how long.
I've been doing this for over a year now, actually. But the seed has been there a long time. Yeah. And actually, the book is based on my song Restored. Okay. You know, so the first one I put out, you'll see when you go. And so I believe that'll be out next March.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sweet. So people share rambling. Wow, that's so soon. Because normally it takes them a lot of time to put it all together.
I've been doing it. I've got to do. We're going into you know, final edits soon.
Goodness me.
And yeah,
that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah, and you know, it's
funny.
It's all come together now, but they've been in the process for so many years, and that's what it is. And it feels like everything's kind of coming.
And how do you feel? How do you feel today? How do you feel?
I'm really happy.
Are you?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm at peace.
Yeah.
I am assured in myself.
Yeah.
And that is not dependent on how many people affirm me or how many people agree with me or how many people get me.
You're confident within yourself there.
Yeah, that came. I am loved. And accepted. So I can go from there.
That's good, huh? Well done, you. Well done, you. Well done, you. No, it's good. To know what you've gone through. Not all of it, what I know, but to know what you've gone, I can only imagine. And to come out like this, what else can you know?
I'm really grateful.
Couple high five,
I'm really grateful. That's all I can say. Yeah. I'm very grateful today. You know? And I know that it's not a unique thing to me. We can all do that, but there is work to do.
Yeah.
It's
You
not
have
a
to put in the
passive.
work, yeah.
It is not a passive thing. Honestly, it really ain't.
But you put in the work.
Yeah.
You
You have
read.
to.
You got up and you read. You researched.
Listen, I
you
read
are
my
that.
Baal, my cry, my prayer, my listen to book, my mistake, the whole thing. The whole thing. It's not a neat. We'd like it if it was just like a straight. It ain't a straight line.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a straight line.
And when you look back now, say when you're, let's say, 80, when you look back and said, you know what, I done that. You know that feeling, you'd be
Listen,
like, I done that.
120
You know?
with strength. That's what.
Oh,
I asked for.
120. Oh, sorry.
120 with strength. Yeah, with strength. You know. No, I
That's
look
good.
back and I see.
Yeah.
Actually, looking back, you can see the things that helped you, the people that were there for you, the people, you know, that you were glad left.
Yeah.
And actually, the fingerprint of the presence of God in your life. Sometimes you see it a lot in hindsight, and you think, oh yeah,
That's why.
Yes, I can see what you were saying, and it's so.
Is it fulfilling?
Overwhelming
as well?
and like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
I've been held. I have been held, even when I didn't think I was being held. It didn't feel like it. Didn't feel comfortable. Didn't feel great. I've been held. I for sure.
It's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. We have to give thanks to God and to. For sometimes I don't know. Do we give thanks for what we've gone through?
I
As
know.
well,
Some
you
people say
don't.
give thanks
Yeah,
for
give
everything.
thanks for
Give
everything.
thanks in everything.
Give thanks in everything.
Yeah. I believe in
Well,
giving
everything like
thanks
that, I
in
forget.
every situation.
Give thanks for
I'm not
everything.
giving thanks for everything.
For everything.
No, brethren. I know people. There's a lot of people that will disagree with me.
Because how can you give thanks
in
for?
I give thanks in every situation. I give thanks for the things that I've learnt from situations, but I'm not giving thanks for being abused. No, I'm not doing that. Your head side. No, I'm not doing that. But I'm thankful for the journey. I'm thankful for healing, and I'm thankful for the things I learned. And yes, I don't believe you have to be traumatized to learn stuff. You understand?
It's just a shame half of us have to go through that.
But that's because of teaching. And
Yeah.
I'm the hope. I think everyone is impacted by life in some way. You know, we all have. I don't think people come through life unscathed.
No.
No matter how much money they have or whatever.
Or anything, yeah.
Just life is a journey, and there's batters and bruises and bumps.
Can
in
I
that road.
ask you something? Have you ever faced the abuser? Did
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Did you speak to them? Like,
No,
did you,
not like that.
Not like that. You never.
No.
confronted
There was
them?
a whole court case and all kinds of situations.
Wow,
Yeah.
you didn't ramp them. You really.
Yeah, it wasn't me. That was
Oh,
somebody else done
someone
that,
else
and I
that-
supported them in that process.
Bless them, huh?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, I supported them. I wasn't going to do that. I just went through my journey my way.
Yeah. Would that have been too hurtful for you to have done?
No,
it
I
that
just
way?
didn't want to.
You didn't want to.
I didn't want to do it. And funny, for years afterwards, I was seeing that person for years afterwards and saying hello and just being normal, because that's what we do.
Yeah, innit?
And that
You're
thing,
right.
and I was going on like, no,
That's all right.
until I was like, no, actually, hold on, wait, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this
Wow.
is part of the journey. Do it all the time. There's neighbourhoods of people all over the world where they know that dude or that woman down the road there
Yeah.
is foul, and they just live with
There's
it.
never, and just get on with it.
Yeah,
They get on with
they good
it.
at that.
Gosh. This is never the key, people, and suicide is never your first option as well. I just wanted to share that as
Yeah,
well.
find someone
It's
to,
like, yeah, find someone to
even
talk to.
if it's
A
really
stranger
hard,
or something.
find someone to talk
to. Don't let that be
That's
your
my
first
real prayer for people now, that they have at least one somebody,
to speak to.
a
Yeah.
listening ear or something, that they don't think they're walking through nothing that's happened to us is unique to us.
Yeah.
There's always someone that's been through
More
similar
worse, yeah.
or
Worse.
something, so that they can relate, or you can find the help. It's not unique to you. There's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
It just changes forms. So I really pray that people get the help they need, but it's not easy.
It's not easy, especially if no one's listening as well. It's not easy.
There's so much noise.
Yeah.
Though. It's hard to hear through all the noise, especially now we've got more noise.
More noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So, Miss Tracey, we have 12 minutes left.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to share with the world? Anything, or everything else? Free.
I'm looking forward to sharing more music and more words written, and being on shows like this. I think this is, I really appreciate
And I
this.
appreciate you, honestly. I'm
and,
glad you've come. I really am.
And I just want people to to understand that the bumps and the traumas and the things they experience in life are not unique to them. And that's not to diminish the pain or the things they've experienced.
Yes.
Not in that way, just that sometimes we can feel that we're the only one.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm dealing with this and nobody else ain't got this kind of shame, and nobody else ain't dealing with this or thinks this way. Some of the thoughts that sometimes run through your head as a human, you have to grab yourself and think, oh Lord,
Yeah.
you know, we're not always nice.
Yeah.
The thoughts are not always nice. The thoughts that get put in there, and they're not always your thoughts neither. We get thoughts bombarding us from all places, you know. But you're not. You are unique in you, that you're an individual, but you're not unique in your struggle. You know, there are people out there, and that's yeah. I've got some things to do.
Yeah.
In creating safe spaces
Safe
is really
spaces,
important.
yeah.
I have a couple of good friends that are amazing therapists. As well.
Both men and women, or
They're both women,
Okay.
actually, but they are therapists to men
two
and
men
women
as well.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
And can we better to give their details out, or
Yeah,
like
I'll
that,
give.
yeah?
I can give.
Yeah, and I
pass
can
their details
pass it
to
on
you.
to,
Yeah,
because there's a lot of people that are needing
Definitely.
healing.
Definitely. They need to
and young
be-
people, yeah, at this present
Yeah.
time of moment.
And
yeah.
I know I focus on women because that's particularly
Yeah,
what
because
but
what-
I know a lot of young men
Yes.
and older men. Oh, well, people need to go
Whole
and
lot,
have
yeah.
counselling. Wally,
Yeah.
you know, and this we talk about the British with the stiff upper lip, but I tell you, we have layers in the black community. Whether you're African or Jamaican or whatever island you come from, whatever, all of you, right? We've got layers of stuff.
Yes, man, honestly. and you start,
that we
to
cover
start
over
reveling
with
it.
them. Stop covering over things
Yeah.
with religious rhetoric and religious language. It doesn't help anything. It hurts people. Yeah, I wish people would just get the revelation
Just
that they
get
can
it
look
out,
for help.
and then so you can
Yeah.
just get on with it properly.
And that you're loved. You are
Yeah.
so deeply loved in your flawed state. You are loved, and learning to receive love, I think, is a real beginning of a journey. To feel worthy and valuable of the journey, of taking the journey. You have to put in the work, though.
Yeah, it doesn't come easy at
You
all.
do.
It don't come easy.
And it's
one
not.
bit.
It's
not straight either.
and it's painful.
Yeah.
It's painful, but it's great. It's pain with a purpose.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like, I'm not the first one to have said it, but I always say, pick your pain.
Gosh.
Pick it.
Which one do I pick?
Choose. You can have the pain of staying as you are.
Yeah.
That's
Or
painful.
picking the pain of-
or the pain of, this is painful, I'm working through this, but through that, you know, there's different
this or
bumps
that's
where there's
happened, yeah.
different levels of freedom and joy to be attained through that pain.
Yeah.
Or just the pain of just rolling and just going round and round in circles. That's painful.
Yeah,
And then you get to
extremely.
the age where you realise you've wasted all that time
All
in
that
pain,
time.
when you could be on the journey of healing and restoration and having pain, but that pain is letting
it.
the scars.
Yes. Kind of.
It
Yeah.
hurts and then it heals, and then it
Yes.
hurts and then there's joy and then there's understanding, and you're getting freer and freer. The chains are coming off. It's painful, but there's a purpose. Just staying stuck, that's just pain for no
Yeah,
reason.
that is.
Pick your
Stop
pain.
living nothing.
No, there's no pain-free existence. That don't exist. Just get that out of your head. Stop watch TV. Pain-free existence doesn't exist, but it's the kind of pain and what we do with that pain. That's the important thing. It can be utilised and used, and you can be free from it. You don't have to have it all your life. Not
And especially
necessary.
when you reach this age, you don't want all of that. You just want to have a nice.
No, if you're starting, it doesn't matter. If you're 50, 60, 70 and you're just and you're deciding to embark on the journey of being free, do it, man.
Yeah.
It's worth it. The years of living free cannot be, it's incomparable.
Yeah, yeah.
Incomparable.
Absolutely, yeah,
And
yeah.
At 25, it was inconceivable who I'd be at 50.
Yeah.
I just
I
thought,
didn't even think I'd be here.
okay, good.
Next
Yeah,
year I did not even.
there you
Remember
go.
they told me I wouldn't be here, and I
yeah.
said I'll
Yeah.
be here. So nah, and it's the best thing. Aye, it's the best.
Listen,
I'm
yeah,
grateful.
being free,
I'm
yeah.
grateful. Even my son said to me, he said, "Mum, it was just the other day he was 50." I said, "No, I'm 52." So he said, "But it was just the other day." I said, "It doesn't
yes.
matter, but it's still good." I'm still
It's
here.
good. It flies,
I'm
it
happy.
flies,
It flies,
doesn't
man. I'm telling
It
you.
flies, but you know what? If you make the most of every moment, it flies less.
It's a beautiful thing. Do you remember back in the day when 50 was old? You remember?
Mate,
It was
Trust
like,
me, the 20-year-olds still think 50's old, but they don't understand. They don't understand.
it's like, this is good 50. I
They
tell
don't
you.
understand right quick. They will, but that's just the normal thing of youth, you know. You think you've got forever and you think, you lot don't know what you're talking about. And then you get there and you think, oh yeah, you did know what you were talking about.
And then it goes quick.
But let us know what we're talking about in a way that is not closed off.
Closed off, yeah.
It's not closed off. I don't enjoy everything that other generations do. You're not supposed to. But I enjoy loads of it.
Yeah.
I understand.
There's things that I'm like,
there's nothing new. You lot think you're inventing the wheel. You ain't. Just like you ain't inventing. You're not inventing the wheel. You're actually doing things that we did. You're bringing it back like it's new. That's all good. And our parents told us the same. You know, it's
so we appreciate it. You know,
so it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good to have fun and enjoy that. And my other thing is, the different generations need each other. And we've done this stupidness where we have all the youth things and all the youth are over there.
Yeah, and all the adults are here.
Nonsense.
No, we must come together.
Absolutely
we must listen to young people as well.
Young people must listen to older people.
Yeah,
older people must listen to young people.
Because they teach you a lot.
They teach each other stuff.
Yeah, definitely so.
In both cases, you have to humble yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Humble yourself. Calm down. You're 20. You just come. Right?
I just gave birth to you.
Come, right? And you know a lot. But trust me, and this is not me being condescending.
Yeah.
At 30, you'll realise I didn't know nothing at 20. Gosh. And that's just life.
That's
all
how
of us
it goes,
All of us do it. So we must humble ourselves. Older people, humble yourself,
man. Be patient with the youngsters as well.
Learning.
Yeah, be patient with the youngsters.
Don't get fossilised in your head like you can't do nothing new.
Yeah.
But again, journey, life, hurt, pain, everything.
All of that.
Jealousy that comes from, you know what, I could have... Yeah, but you know what a lot of that is as well? For older women, let me say, it is... I was told all my life I couldn't do this.
Yeah.
Because of this, that and the third. Religious reasons, this, that and the third. And so I laid down my dreams. I sacrificed everything I wanted to do. And now I'm seeing you guys come up. And I feel the loss. Not me, you know, just that thought. I feel the loss of all the things I could have done, that I was told I could not do.
See, I was the other way. I said, you know what? That's what you think. If Jay Sainsbury's has got a place, I had a little hairdressing corner back in the day, and I said, if they could do it, I can. I was like that. Yeah, I was always like that.
But you know, so there's a lot of people that you know, they're in institutions that they were kept from doing stuff.
No, I just
there's hurt and bitterness there. But you have to get rid of it.
You have to get rid of it. Jealousy, we don't want no more jealousy or no more any of it. I don't do jealousy.
I don't think we're going to eradicate it.
You
to
don't?
Be fair. We can only
why is it there?
want somebody at a time, because human beings are flawed. We're deeply flawed. We're deeply flawed.
Gosh, we have to stop, man. This life is too difficult as it is to be having that as well on top of it. I can't stand it.
Yeah, but they know when we know how flawed we are, when we recognise our own flaws. And our own flaws and our own failings and everything. Okay, I'm trying to do a better job today.
Do a better job,
and work on these things. But because we know our own flaws, if we're honest about our own flaws, then we can kind of have more empathy for other people's madness.
You said it with so much conviction. That's right. Oh my gosh. So that's the key what we've learned today, people. Stop the jealousy and your madness.
Oh, mate, life is wonderful.
It is. And I hope you have another extra 50 more years. Oh no, sorry,
120
straight. Yeah, this one she's going over and above. You know, I can't take it from her. You know.
Oh, babe.
But Tracey, I want to say thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for
sharing and opening your bit of your life towards me and towards all of us today. I'm so grateful.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Grateful. And as soon as we get off air, I need to know about if you're saying this, brother. Just saying, cough.
Oh God,
because I ain't having it. No. If you want to talk about jealousy, today will be that. No, not really.
No.
But thank you so much for sharing. And don't forget, everybody, to go to Eventbrite.
Tap in Tracey Jane Campbell, Tracey Jane Campbell.
Yeah.
Or I'm on Instagram, Tracey Jane Campbell 1, Facebook, Tracey Jane Campbell Music, YouTube, Tracey Jane Campbell Music.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll find me.
And
look
it's
for
6th
me,
of October.
follow me, and come on the 6th.
Live
band. The band
I've got to
is
be there.
Raging.
Oh, I love a live music like no one's business. Do you
it's-
play an instrument yourself?
I grew up actually playing instruments.
Yeah,
I used to play the clarinet and the orchestra.
Wow.
My clarinet's on the under my bed right now.
Is it?
But and the guitar.
And you play the guitar.
Yeah,
That's
and
such a beautiful...
again I reteaching myself the guitar.
Oh,
I left
you-
school and stopped playing. From 8 and stopped playing the instruments, but I can still, like your former guest,
Yeah.
you can still read music.
Yeah, you can read all that.
But I have a guitar. I bought myself a guitar several years ago to reteach myself. So that's one of my.
And I know you'll do it because you read and
one
you
of my,
research everything to do.
Yeah, that's
Your
one of my
to-do
to-do
list.
lists.
Yeah, good on you.
But
So
yeah,
people,
come guys, follow me
yes.
on socials and come to my event, man. You'll
Come
love
to
it.
the
The
event.
music's going to be really great. All
Yeah.
kind of a fusion of genres. So
Nice.
something for
That's all she
everybody.
said, and I want to see what she's gonna wear, basically. But until next week, I've been Goddess Jazzy. This has been Love the Beat Radio. Thank you for tuning in. Take care. Lots of love and peace and blessings. Later. And
I was just thinking, we were talking, I was thinking, just do you not usually play your music?